Well, I'm all kinds of things. I'm 31. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. I am an aspiring painter. Trying to make a name for myself using social media, and all the while living all these lives, trying to make everything fit and work it out to where in the future, hopefully soon future, I can paint full time and be a very sought after famous artist.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Palm Bay, Florida.
What brought you to Central Florida?
I like to tell people better opportunities, and that is what it was. UCF, I started pursuing my master's whenever I moved here, but initially it was, I was in a long-term relationship that didn't work out, and we moved here together, but it didn't work out, so I stayed because I liked it.
Tell us about life before you started painting.
Let's see. I did what society tells you that you're supposed to do. Go to school, get a college degree, get a job with that college degree, work 40 hours a week, go home, cook dinner, have your fun on the weekends, earn your paid time off, get vacation days. The thing that everyone says you're supposed to do is what I did. And that is still my life now, except now I actually have something that I am pursuing that makes my soul smile instead of the monotonous day in, day out same thing. It's actually like I feel my heart flutter when I think of it. So,
what led you to start wanting to paint and become a painter?
It was actually just a chance encounter with my grandmother. I went to go visit her in Palm Bay to talk. I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, and she was a painter whenever she was younger, and she went partially blind and couldn't paint anymore. She did her last painting about 4 years ago. She's in her 80s, and we were just talking. She was telling me of divorce and dreams and what she didn't accomplish and what she wanted to accomplish, and I thought to myself, why not? Why can't I paint? It just sounded fun to me. I didn't ever think it'd become anything serious. It's supposed to be a hobby.
Okay. And what was the breakthrough moment that you decided this is it? This is what I'm going to do?
It was really my first painting. My very first painting I put on Facebook. I thought it looked like kitty stuff. I thought it was like, but I put it on Facebook, and everyone went crazy over it. It sold within 6 hours of being posted on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, right. I emailed the guy. I'm like, you are not serious. You do not want this. And he was like, no, I want it. And so we met at Barney's, and he gave me that cash, and I was like, okay. That's really how it started.
How much did you sell for?
$160.
And where'd you come up with that price?
He offered. I really would have sold it for like $20.
Okay.
But I guess he offered, and I was like, I'm not gonna say no. So yeah, that's how it started.
What was that painting size? Like, what did it look like?
It was just, I think, an 8 by like a standard size, a smallish one, 16 by 24 maybe. No, that's still big. Small. 8, not 8 by 10. You're tripping me up here. I don't know. It was like a smallish one, and it was a set of guitars.
Have you sold to him any more since then?
Yeah, I sold him my second painting too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one was a tree. It was on 3 panels, and it was all metallic acrylic paint. It was before I started using oil paints. And it was just like this tree. I don't know how to explain it. You'd have to see it.
Okay. So what's the difference between the metallic and the oil paints or the acrylic or anything like that?
Some artists like acrylic, which is water-based, and you can clean up with soap and water, and some people like oil paints. I started off with acrylic paints because they're easier. I did a little bit of research, and I went out and got a starter kit and everything. You can clean them up with soap and water. And that's what the majority of my first paintings are, all acrylic. And then of course the metallic is just a type of acrylic, it's just shiny, you know. And then I went to Mexico to study with this famous painter, and he uses only oil. So since coming back from Mexico in March, I gradually got away from the acrylic, and now I primarily almost always use only oil.
How did this Mexico trip come about?
Well, I had become obsessed with painting and art by that time. I started in December. In January, a month later, I just couldn't stop Googling techniques, methods. I went to Sam Flax and I'd buy like all these books and read them and experiment and try. YouTube videos, I watched YouTube all the time, and I ran across this painter by the name of Leonid Afremov. His painting, like, man, they take my breath away. They're beautiful. And long shot in the dark, I emailed him. I didn't even know if he was still alive. I mean, like, he had a website, but I didn't, you know, his paintings are just too pretty to be modern. Anyways, emailed him, hey, would you teach me, please? I love your paintings, because he uses the palette knife, and my grandmother used the palette knife too. And his website said he lived in Boca Raton. I was like, I'll just go down there on a weekend if he says yes. And at first he didn't respond, and I was like, And then a week later, I kept like, I couldn't get him out of my head. And not like stalkery, but just his art is amazing. And so I just Googled more, and I realized he's from Russia. So one of my coworkers speaks Russian. I had him translate my email, send it off again, and then I got a response. Said, yes, you can come train with me. I live in Mexico.
So what was that experience like?
It was fun. It was, I had 2 months to prepare, 2 months to psych myself up for it, 2 months to talk myself out of it, 2 months to tell everyone, and everyone told me I was crazy. I mean, who goes to Mexico alone, especially if you're a female, you know? Good looking, you know? You can cut that. Anyway, so I almost didn't go because it's, you know, Mexico. You hear of all kinds of bad stuff there. Gangs and drugs and, you know, Americans being held hostage for money and stuff. So I almost didn't go. Almost very close to not going, but I went.
How long were you there for?
7 days.
So was it like a crash course, Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi style type?
Pretty much. Yeah, and it's funny because, like, to me, he's like a celebrity. I had never met a celebrity before. It's like, whenever you find someone, like, I never got the whole celebrity, like, thing that happens when, you know, people see celebrities and they faint or cry or whatever. If I saw, like, Justin Bieber, I'd be like, what's up? I don't care about his autograph, I don't, you know. But whenever I first met him, I was just like, I got it.
Okay.
So yeah, I just painted with him for 2 paintings a day for 5 days. We did 10 paintings, and he taught me. We did sunsets, cityscapes, flowers, people, like trees, lots of trees and stuff.
Did he charge you for that, or he just did it for the love?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. And now, coming back from Mexico, what changed after that experience? When you came back, how did you feel?
That's actually a really loaded question. A lot changed. Going to Mexico pretty much changed my life. I know that sounds like super cliche, but it's 100% true. Going there, I went there alone, and it was very eye-opening, like soul-searching, you know, being in Mexico alone. I'd go to the beach alone, I'd eat alone, I'd, you know, paint with some guy that didn't speak English. So I came back with like this just greater appreciation for everything that I had, I guess, and then wanting so much to use what I learned to, I mean, because the way he paints and the method of painting is just, to me, so freaking amazing, and I just wanted to share it. So I came back just like having all these like visions and dreams of what I wanted to paint, what I painted in my time there, and sunsets and everything, and I just wanted to just put it all on canvas and share it. And but at the same time, I still have a life that I have to live. I have to go to work. I have to work my 40 hours, and I'm still there, you know, so I have to balance it all, and it's sometimes difficult because all I want to do is paint. All I want to do is, I feel like I at 31, I found like that's what I want to do. And I finally found my purpose, I guess.
How many paintings have you painted since coming back from Mexico, would you say, roughly?
That's another one of those numbers questions.
More than 10, less than 30?
Like probably like 20, maybe 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And where could somebody find your work, see your work?
Well, I do have a website. It's currently under construction, but it is JessilynPark.com. But the majority of my fans or followers or friends are on Facebook, and it's facebook.com/JessilynParkArt.
Okay. And you have an email address, a Twitter, anything like that you want to give
I have it all. Twitter is at Jessilyn Park, JESSILYNPARK. Email is JessilynPark@gmail.com. I mean, that's my brand. That's Facebook. I have a regular Facebook, a Facebook page, Twitter. Of course, I have an email, a website. I have a cloud, I have YouTube. I have an Instagram, a Tumblr. I have it all.
Keep going.
What else?
So what would you say to somebody that's kind of like has that creativity inside, but they're not really sure which direction they want to go? Mm-hmm. What advice would you give them to find that, like to find their calling?
I'm still actually trying to find, I'm still trying to find my way, you know, in life, I guess, like a little lost puppy, I don't know. I guess I would just, if you have, I think everyone's creative in a way, and I would just, you know, do what you feel. If you feel like, I was always trying to constantly like find, I was creative but never like really artistic, and I always like worked, but I always had a side thing. In like the early 2000s, I made candles and I'd sell those, and I liked it, but it didn't feel like perfect, you know. And then I moved to soaps. I had that soap business for like 7 years, naturalsoapshop.com, but I sold it, so it's not there anymore. But and then I liked doing that too, but it wasn't like, it started to feel like work, like, you know. And then I've always had like my own things, and this is the only thing that feels like a Lego, like it fits, and this is what I want to do. I guess you just follow your passions, and you try everything. And if people say no, you tried, at least you tried. Keep going, just try.
Okay. People looking in from the outside in, mm-hmm. seeing you, I've been seeing a lot of articles in different papers and things like that. It looks like people are really starting to take notice of you and your work.
Yeah.
Somebody looking from the outside in, what do you think is something important that you would like them to know about you as a person, not just a painter?
Well, and this is something that has been told to me through almost everyone that's either bought a painting or has seen my work online, and it's that they can tell that I genuinely love when I'm painting, and it shows because all my paintings are super bright and they make them feel happy, like positive paintings. And that's not even with me branding it or anything. A guy in Germany just bought my painting a week and a half ago because he said it was powerful and positive. And that's what a lot of people, I get hundreds of emails a week through Facebook and through my website telling me that they love the way my paintings make them feel. They make them feel happy, and that's what they get from my paintings. And so, what was the question?
What would you like the people looking outside in to know about you as a person?
Okay, just that, I guess. I am working really hard to make this happen for myself. And, you know, everything I do with my future in mind. And that, support your local artists. Does that answer your question?
Okay.